The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit the notification button, smash the like button, but most importantly, help me with the algorithm. You see, YouTube only cares about the algorithm, and to help my channel grow, they need engagement. So all you have to do, down below in the comment section, throw me some horns. You throw some horns down there, YouTube sees the engagement, and they will help promote the channel. So one of the most common comments I get in the comment section, make sure I said that right, is that the channel should have more subscribers. Well, that is up to you. I'm making the video. Now you have to engage with the video. The more engagement, the more help I get from YouTube. So down in the comments below, throw me some horns. If you have a band, song, or a video, something you'd like to make me a video about, get over to the Discord server, linked in the description below. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message, drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. Today's Discord suggestion is basically coming from the entire Discord server. Nightwish is releasing an album called Yesterwild, no relation, September 20th. And today, they released the first single from Yesterwild, and we're going to check that out. It is called Perfume of the Timeless. It is the official music video dropped just today, and my Discord server said, hey, let's check it out. So here we go on the Wyldeside. Some Nightwish, brand new.
With the perfume of the timeless, last sighs on a deathbed. We are their air dust on their palm. We are because of a million loves. With the perfume of the timeless, last sighs of a million loves.
So there you go, brand new Nightwish, Perfume of the Timeless. The upcoming album is Yesterwild. Again, no relation. That is dropping September 20th. That is the first release from that upcoming album. Make sure I get everything. I want to make sure that I have everything compartmentalized before I start discussing and reviewing what I heard. Well, let's just break it down into simplistic terms. I wrote down timeless sound. This is, excuse me, I talk about the greatness of musicians and how they can create a signature sound, how they can create their own sound. So you recognize the artist. While there may be others and there may be similar, there are certain artists and musicians who create, structure, and compose even in certain keys and time signatures that can create these unique individual sounds. And TuomasHolopainen and Nightwish have established that, and they established that quite some time ago. What I wrote down is maturity and evolution, not just in the song itself. The song itself, you can take it literally, you can take it metaphorically. What I've always enjoyed about Tuomas is something that he and I share, which is this wonder of existence. People have always tried to put me in little labeled compartments, and I'm very simple. I am a very simple person. I start every day with the same understanding. I exist. Everything else is winning the lottery. So everything I see as a miracle. I hear all music is miracle. I see all art and colors and the smell of fresh cut grass. Everything to me is a wonder because it's a wonder that I even exist. And the one thing about Tuomas's messaging that underlies a lot of his music is for the human to understand the blessing that is to exist and to experience these wonderful things in the world, including his musical interpretations of those things. We are blessed to receive that art from him. And I'm not speaking blessing in a canonical or theological way. What I'm saying is we're lucky. We're lucky to be here, right? It's a windfall to be a human being and to be a part of the world, regardless of what time you were here. Well, there have been times you wouldn't want to be here, but to be a human and to experience emotion and love and color and sight and sound and the things that we feel, I think is very important messaging. And Tuomas is really good about making the connection of humanity, creating something very unique, very individual, his creation, but understanding that he's speaking to humanity. He's not speaking to rock fans. He's not speaking to Nightwish fans. He is speaking to the humanity of human beings. And he's always trying to visualize for you those blessings, those windfalls, the luck that you have to exist in this time, however you interpret it, however you see it, whatever you see the end game, beginning game, whatever it may be. The mere fact that you're here is awesome within itself. The song is structured really well. I've always complimented Tuomas and Nightwish for understanding their assignment. They understand their assignment. This guy trusts them with these thoughts that he has in his head, and they execute them perfectly. Everything is layered perfectly in the song, and it builds drops and breaks and then goes back into that ethereal tone after the crunchy break, and it's very well put together. But he's brilliant at understanding that. Music is layers of sound. Tuomas has an ear and a brain that sees and hears things in those layers quite differently than others do. And he's able to find musicians to put that all together for him, which tells you everything you need to know about the musicians. And again, Floor's voice has that ability to, create that comfort level while also expressing the heft and the gravity of the composition itself. It's this, I've described her as hugging you and telling you everything's okay and then pushing you down a flight of stairs and then coming down there and doing it again, and you're totally fine with it. Her voice and her disposition and the energy that she creates around that voice provides this, I've called it a Lineusian blanket, Linus from the Peanuts. He's got his blanket with him, his security blanket. Her voice is that to a lot of people, and to the band as well. There's a comfort in her voice, knowing that she's able to reach these places and go to these places and create these layers that very, very, very few people can reach. The only, and I would say it's me, but I have a lot of faith in my sound system. People ask me all the time why I don't use headphones. If you were sitting in this room and I played music for you, you would understand why I don't use headphones. I wrote down hot mix. Hot mix. This is a hot mix, bro. I'm sure that I'm not the first person to say it. There's a hot mix here. There may need to be there may need to be a re-engineering of this. I would just say that Metallica's Death Magnetic had this as well. When it came out, it was a little hot. It was mixed a little differently. I don't know if it's a push to get the song out. I don't know if that was taken into consideration. But I was hearing, so I hear, like I would hear, normally I would hear Floor's voice somewhere else. But I was hearing it in this place as well. And I shouldn't have been hearing it there. So that was telling me that there was just something slightly off with the mix here. And the chorus shouldn't be the same as the vocal. But anyway, just a hot mix. I'm not, if I hadn't spent so much time of 30 years doing post-production, audio editing and engineering and production, I wouldn't feel as though I had a place to say this. But I have a lot of experience working with post-production audio engineering. So I'm just saying you may want to, remaster or remix that or get a different pair of ears in there, because sometimes a creative bubble can do that for you. But overall, aside from that, the song is, again, a very Nightwishian song. It contains all of those perfect elements and tones that you're wanting to hear, including the Mike Oldfield. There will always linger in TuomasHolopainen Mike Oldfield. There always will be. Somewhere in his music, somewhere in his compositions, there will be a slight tinge to Mike Oldfield. And it's perfect every time. It creates this dichotomous energy. So while the song itself is heavy and imposing and crunching through these certain parts, those keys and that harmony that the keys are creating with those instruments create, along with Floor's vocals and the choral vocals, create that bright life color spectrum. So the keys are providing those yellows and greens and the sky blues along with her vocals. So when they're all put together and they flow through the spectrum, whether it be kaleidoscopic or scenic, and that was a great video, by the way, good visualizer. But in my head, I'm seeing something different, whether it be scenic or kaleidoscopic. All of the colors fit, because again, this guy is a genius of layering those cakes, isn't he? He's just so good about how much of something of a sound to use in this certain time, and everything in the song is paced well. It builds right, it drops right, it rebuilds again, it finishes nice, it finishes on a really good tone, starts on a really good tone, and everything in between is classic, signature, timeless Nightwish. But I do want to say this, and I've said this before about them. You're hearing their maturity. You know, you're hearing that. So while they talk about evolution of human being, what they're showing you in the music is an evolution of sound. Their sound is growing in experience, in maturity. And I like that you can hear that there. There's a leatheriness to it. There's a hominess to it. And maybe it's as you get older, you don't have the aggression or the angst that you once possessed, and you think on different planes. But this track in particular is still fantastical enough Nightwish that it takes you on that, like I said, that ebb and flow journey that they're so well known for. Again, Tuomas, one of the greatest composers of our time, honestly. I put him up there with Aaron Copland and people like that. Just absolutely brilliant, understanding how to put these things together. And when you look at the musicians, whether it's Troy's vocals towards the end or Empu's riffs, they are all done perfectly. They're done perfectly because, again, Empu is the Finnish army knife of metal hooks. Whatever kind of riff you need or whatever kind of tone you need, this guy's got it. And when you surround yourself with musicians like that, you're going to get a great song like this, Perfume of the Timeless. Again, the album's coming out September 20th. Yester Wild is the name of the track. So thank you very much, Discord server, for that suggestion. Again, if you have a suggestion for me, get over to the Discord server, left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Drop a link, a brief description. I will get to your request when I can. Before I go, I do want to say this, going back to Thomas and I sharing a similar, you exist, therefore you are, kind of a thing. The line at the beginning, you are the dream of many ancestors. That's really deep. That's probably the deepest part of that I took away from that. Remembering that you are the legacy of your forefathers, and there will be people in your line you will be their legacy. So you're living a life to respect and reflect those before you, but you're also trying to establish a legacy that will be reflected upon and respected in the future from people you've never met or will ever meet. So I just, again, this band is so good, and Tuomas is so good at understanding human beings. So again, thank you very much for your patience and your time. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and engage. YouTube loves engagement. They'll help me in the algorithm if you help me in the engagement. So all you have to do down below, let me know your thoughts on the new Nightwish track, and if nothing else, throw me some horns down in the comment section. YouTube will help the channel grow. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers, and I need you to help me do it. Again, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with me on the east side of Nashville. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wyldeside.